We are pleased to have with us here today United States Senator Edward J. Markey. Now, as many of you know or may know, Senator Markey is the state's junior senator, having been in office for just over a year. But don't be fooled by that. He is absolutely no newcomer, because prior to his election in the Senate, he served for 37 years in the U.S. Congress representing our Commonwealth. Senator Markey not only has tremendous experience, energy, and expertise, but he cares a great deal about many of the same things that the WPI faculty, researchers, and students are focused on. He's a national leader on energy, environmental protection, telecommunications policy, and a whole lot more. So please join me in a very warm welcome for our very special guest, United States Senator Ed Markey.
Welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Welcome.
Thank you, Chairman Ryan, for that wonderful introduction. Mayor Petty, Secretary Bielecki. Last year, in my first campaign for the United States Senate, I came here to WPI to receive the endorsement of one president, Bill Clinton, who came to WPI to do that. And today, I am here at the inauguration of your new president, President Leshin. WPI normally stands for Worcester Polytechnic Institute, but I'm beginning to think it should be Worcester Presidential Institute. Every time I come here, there is a president. President Leshin, we are so thrilled that you will be leading this amazing learning institution. Next year, WPI will celebrate its 150th anniversary. What an incredible message it will send to all of our promising young women to see this engineering and technology powerhouse led by a brilliant woman. Robert Goddard was a rocket scientist from WPI. President Leshin is a rocket scientist from NASA. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to be the president of WPI, but it doesn't hurt. I am married to a scientist, a woman scientist. I am an Irish politician from Massachusetts, and I married the dream. I married a Jewish doctor from Palo Alto. My wife ran all women's health in the United States during the Clinton administration. She was Assistant Surgeon General of the United States of America. So I know what it's like to be told the correct answers in science by a woman. And it is a good thing. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was here at WPI. I took a tour of the robotics laboratory with Congressman Jim McGovern from Worcester. We met a robot named Baxter, and we were told of its potential to monitor or decontaminate Ebola hotspots in Africa. We were also told of the many other applications that the robotic technologies of WPI can be used for. At President Leshin's request, I have asked the Obama administration to establish a center of excellence for first responder technology within the Department of Homeland Security, and to name WPI as the lead institution in the United States of America. It should be the institution that has that responsibility. When I toured WPI, I saw the future. I see a day when we will be registering robots to vote here in the state of Massachusetts. And with a woman now at the helm of WPI, the next time I come here to meet another robot, I know that women will ensure that it is named Beatrice, built by the next generation of women engineers. And I know that that will happen because WPI's inclusive, international, hands-on educational model has made it a leading university. I went to Malden Catholic High School here in Massachusetts. At my alma mater, Malden Catholic, this year, 2014, the valedictorian this year chose to come here to WPI. The salutatorian, the second best student, where did he go? Well, he went to the other school down the road, Harvard. That is what WPI represents in 2014 in the world. Educational excellence for the smartest young people in our country. Because any smart kid knows that Massachusetts and Worcester are stronger because of the international nature of WPI's program and international makeup of the students. My mother used to say to me, my mother was president of her class in college, but she could not go to college because, president of her class in high school, but she could not go to college because my grandmother died, and before Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the social safety net was one of the girls will stay home and take care of the younger three sisters. But she used to do calculus and science at the kitchen table with ease, even though she never had those courses in college. And she would always say to me, when she was disappointed in me, she would say, Eddie, I'm going to donate your brain to Harvard Medical School as a completely unused human organ. And then she would immediately say, Eddie, you have to learn how to work smarter, not harder. And that's what WPI is all about. Working smarter, using technology, using science in order to solve problems on our planet. In Massachusetts, we're not just the Bay State, we are the brain state. And the students and faculty of WPI are our ambassadors of action. Life is 10% inspiration, 90% execution. And what you are getting through WPI's project-based approach is an education in execution. In a world where ideas can fly across the world at the speed of Twitter, it's the people who know how to execute, who know how to work together, who know how to communicate across cultures, not just across text messages, who make real change happen in the world. You have the kinds of students who every time you take a selfie, you think about what you could do selflessly. And you think about what kind of world your knowledge and your experience can create. Right now, somewhere in the African desert or in the rural fields of India, there is a village. And hundreds of miles from the nearest power plant, power lines will likely never be strung to that town. More than a quarter of the world live in places where there is no electricity, with poor health programs, with lack of access to educational materials. They instead use dangerous and polluting sources to heat and light their homes, like kerosene. That kerosene also happens to cost 600 times more per unit of energy than the price you pay to light your electric lamp at home. That keeps the poor poorer and drives pollution higher. There are also the same kinds of people there who have skipped the landline and gone straight to the cell phone. They know that there is a world of information out there, and they want to be a part of the global conversation. So what if one day a truck arrived at the village, or on that truck was a stack of solar panels? These solar panels could charge more cell phones to connect the village to the city. Those solar panels could power a computer in the local school, linking children to a world of knowledge. Those solar panels could bring nighttime light to houses, allowing those same kids to stay up reading and studying. And the free fuel from the solar panels could free up the 10% of income these families pay on kerosene to spend on other ways, on education, on infrastructure, on improvements, on starting a new business. And what if that stack of solar panels said, made in the USA? And what if they were developed here in Massachusetts by WPI? WPI students. That is who we are, and that is what President Leshin represents. She is a rock star of science, and that is what this school is. In every one of these areas of scientific exploration, these young people are going to be given the education, the tools they need to reinvent the world in which we live. So this is, for me, a great honor, because this is an amazing opportunity for these young people to reinvent the planet that we live in. What if this new democratization of energy was our new shot heard around the world? What if the problem solvers who created the new world came from WPI? I believe that the people here today, under President Leshin's leadership, will fire that shot of innovation, of ingenuity, of imagination. And you know that they will do it because they will learn at an institution where disruption in the classroom is encouraged. Technological disruption, the kind of disruption that moves markets and changes planets, the kind that changes lives and expands our world. You are the revolutionaries of robotics, the internet instigators, the technology troublemakers. You will create these new interconnected worlds through your education at WPI. With President Leshin, your great new president at the helm, the students here today are on the way, and you will do great things for our country and for our planet. Congratulations, President Leshin. This is one of the great institutions of the world.
Wow, thank you so much, Senator Markey, for your inspirational and aspirational comments, almost like giving a charge to us of how we can have that impact and really improve the planet and the lives of people around the world. We're delighted and honored you've been able to be with us this morning on this special occasion, and please know that you always have a warm welcome here at WPI. Thank you again.